Teams don't just appear, they grow. And today, I'm going to talk you through the Tuckman model, a model that talks about how we take a team from them just starting all the way through them to them being a successful, high-performing team. Tuckman talks about this in 4 different stages. The first being forming, then into storming, then into norming, and then into performing. And we're going to look at that to create better awareness for us, but also understand what we can do as leaders to help us through those stages. So to start with, we're going to look at forming. At this stage, roles aren't clear, goals aren't clear. We need to put some things in place to help this team come together and move to the next phase. This is when everybody's really polite, as you are, when you meet new people. Then you get into storming. This is when people get a bit more comfortable, the power dynamic begins to play a part, people have their own opinions, and then maybe frustrations beginning to happen the way that people work. Thirdly, it's the norming. People get used to their positions. They get used to the way that people are working. Roles become a little bit more clear and collaboration begins to improve between people. Lastly, then it's performing. At this stage, everybody's got a clear direction. People are understanding their roles, understanding how other people are working. Communication's really high and collaboration's really high in how they're working between tasks and on the projects. This is exactly where we want to be. So with this knowledge, as leaders, we can make some jumps through these stages to get from that forming stage all the way through to performing stage as quick as we can. And this is what this model tries to help us do. We understand that at the beginning, there's going to be this stage where roles aren't clear, goals aren't clear, then we need to make sure we're putting those things in place. We're bringing these teams together to share those. Then it's around normalizing conflict, creating safe spaces for people to speak out, to encourage that storming phase. Understand conflict is positive, and actually being able to share your thoughts is a good thing for team success. It also helps people understand how you work and how the team needs to work best to get through to the end result. Then it's around norming, and this is very much more on how we communicate as a team, how we handle conflicts, how we create clarity and role and the processes we need to be successful. There are some things I think can really add to this process. Some of the assessment tools like Clarity 4D, which gives you more awareness about how you show up in a team, but also how the other people in your team show up, how they want to be communicated, the styles and personalities they have, can be really useful. Such as strengths and well-being can also be really useful in understanding how the teams and how the people are going to show up and how they're going to be most effective. And it can help you kind of speed through some of these awareness bits you might not have in the forming and storming stages. We use this model as a map for team growth. This awareness can really help us. And challenges, questions, please add them to the comments. We can have that conversation and figure out how this could be really optimized for your team.